I want to introduce the President of the Sports Committee of Ukraine, Ilya Shevlak.
Good morning, everyone. We didn't expect that we will have press conference. That's why I supported our athletes and I lost my voice, but I hope you will understand me. We would like to thank you, all of you, for coming. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. It's a real great surprise to see you at this press conference. We do appreciate the attitude to Ukrainian athletes. We feel it everywhere, from all national delegations, from the organizers, from ordinary people in the street. Everyone comes to us and asks, what about the situation in Ukraine? And we feel that it's very sincere, it's very open, and we do appreciate such approach. We feel like we are at home, and it is very important for our athletes, and it is very important for our country to feel this support from American people, from the United States, from all over the world. As to our national delegation, it's really was very difficult to be here because up to the end we even didn't believe that we will come here. The training process, as you can imagine, was completely not prepared, not fulfilled as it has to be, because just as a statistic, 40% of our athletes were abroad during all this time. 17 countries, visas, as you mentioned. But what should I say? There was no problem with visas. American embassy in all these 17 states did a lot and everything that our athletes can come here. 30% of our delegation, of our athletes, are from hot spots, those territories that are occupied for the time being. Every 10th member of national delegation is serving in armed forces, or territorial defense, as we call it. All of them understand the importance to be here, not only to be at stadium or locations to win, but to win as a victory at our sport front. All of our athletes think that this sport front here and their victories go to Ukraine to help those who are fighting for the independence. Mr. Mayor, I thank you very much to you and to IVGA leaders for saying concrete words, not saying like circumstantial situation in Ukraine, but saying war, saying invasion. And I thank you, IVGA, for the first tough position as to the invasion to Ukraine. IVGA was one of the first sport international organization that has taken tough position towards Russia and Belarus. Thank you very much for the assistance that sports committee received. I mean, this 5,000 euro that we spent with our other partners. We bought 30 body arms for athletes who are serving at front. And we do thank you for your decision to spend $1 from each ticket for the renovation of sport infrastructure. Approximately 2,000 sportsmen are at front, serving in armed forces and territorial defense. More than 100 died, and they are professional sportsmen, champions of the world, Europe, known in Ukraine, known in the world. We have created a special site, so-called Sports Angels. We are trying to leave the memory about them for the future generations. And thank you very much once again to all of you for your support, and it is very important for us. Thank you very much. And let me introduce our athletes. Larissa Solovyola. She is a legend of world powerlifting. She is 4 times champion of World Games. Stanislav Goruna, a legend of world karate. Yesterday, silver medalist, and in Wrocław, he was gold medalist and bronze medalist of Olympic Games last year. Alina Duzhenka, twice champion of World Games in sumo. By the way, she is from Chernihiv, the city which is that was ruined very much. It was one of the first cities that was bombed. It's northern part of Ukraine. Anatoly Khlustin, our athlete in sumo. He is serving in armed forces now. He is on the contract. It was quite difficult for him to come here, but it was a challenge, and he did all the best to come here and be at sumo dacho and try to win for Ukraine. Angelika Terluga, gold medalist in karate, legend of world karate as well, silver medalist of Olympic Games last year, and champion of Ukraine, champion of the world. And Natalia Rachuk, our friend who will assist us with translation. Thank you very much. Thank you. Do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the speakers for being here. I also want to very quickly recognize Scotty Colson, who is here with us. He is the honorary Ukrainian consul. I think I got that title correct. So thank you for being here with us today. So just a couple of housekeeping things. We'll do a little question and answer here for the athletes. If you guys could all share the one microphone that is right here, just pass it amongst yourselves. Jeff, if you can make sure that smaller mic down there is turned on for our friend who will provide us with translation, that would be helpful. And then we're going to get started here. For any of the athletes who want to address this, can you guys just tell us a little bit about your experience here in Birmingham and your experience competing here in the World Games this year here in 2022? Who would like to start? Stanislav?
Good morning. So, about our experience here. That was wonderful. We were here for 2 weeks. We had a training camp before this competition. And the way how people treated us was amazing. I'm really amazed about the expressions, emotions, what people feel regarding us when they hear that we are from Ukraine. We can literally feel the support that they feel. And this is very nice. This is a nice part from the people, and you can see it from the people I met on the streets, and being here now I feel it, and I know that the top managers of this sport event and the mayor of the city of Birmingham is here and with us, and what you say and what you do, that's very important for us, and I'm very grateful for what you do. Thank you. And about competition. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah. The competition itself, just I think you've already competed, but what's that been like here in Birmingham?
We are here at the sport event. This is a competition, and there in Ukraine, I had kind of big problems because of my position. I told that sport is out of politics, and I still think so. But here we are at the sport event and we are talking about the politics. That's strange, but I still think it has nothing common, because here we act and we say as human beings, because the crimes that are happening in Ukraine right now, over more than 100 days already, has nothing common with sport, yes, and these crimes against human values, and I'm very thankful that you understand this and that you share our pain. And you do, I don't know what people of USA have done, but the support and aid that we have got right now is huge. And I'm sure this is also the result of the, I don't know, reaction of the whole people of USA. That's why the government and administration of president supported the voice of people, and that's why we have this help and all the support in Ukraine. Very appreciated. Thank you very much.
For the other athletes who are here, would any of the others, would you like to comment on just the competition and what's that been like for you?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. So thankful to be here. And as Stanislav said, me too. I was amazed about the heart of every American person who was on my way and in touch with us. It was even from the girl who was working and he was helping us in the hotel where we had a training camp, so open-minded and friendly, and everything what we was asking, she was like doing with big pleasure. And I have also a USA friend, and she was also participating yesterday in karate tournament. And she was writing me, calling me, sending me a picture how her son is going with a bag with Ukrainian flag to the school, and her street in Chicago, she's living, whole street is with Ukrainian flags. So the atmosphere is really amazing. So thankful for your support, guys. You are doing really great for us, because in the moment when everything starts, at first you don't know what to do, you're in a panic, you're like in a bad movie, and I would be happy if it would be a bad movie, but it's our, sorry for these words, fucking real life. And for me now, I am living in a region, it's not so bad, but it's not so good also. And for me it's normal now to hear the alarms. I know how working the system who's protecting the sky, and I saw it from my balcony like 10 times. So I know how rocket is flying, and I saw it also by my eyes. And I know the guys who was dying in the moment in my region when the rocket came in the building, because the people were from my work. And when we had a training camp, one guy, he died in a place close to my region. He was a coach, football coach, and can you imagine, in the morning he said 60 kids, they had a training camp that you need to leave, and they left, and this night the rocket came to this building. So what we got, it's just a genocide, and I don't know how to describe it. And if whole world will support us, as you, as America, I'm sure that we are going to win more faster. I'm sure that we are going to win, but with the support like this, we will do it more faster. And all these medals now, it's nothing for me, like super important. I'm just glad that I could bring something really good, a little positive thing to my close people, to my family and to my country. But I could give everything what I have just to stop it.
Thank you.
Сказати щось з свого досвіду.
Всім доброго ранку.
So, good
Дуже
morning, everybody.
приємно, що ми прибули на Всесвітні ігри.
It's a pleasure for me to be at World Games and for
Я
our
трошки
team.
нервуюся, вибачаюсь, в мене емоції.
I'm sorry for my emotions. Apologize for it.
Такий нелегкий час, як зараз війна, я хочу подякувати Збройним силам України та нашому спортивному комітетові, що ми знаходимося тут.
At this tough time, I would like to thank to organizers, to American people, and to Sports Committee of Ukraine that we are here, we can compete here.
Дуже приємно представляти нашу чудову, прекрасну, незалежну країну, як Україна. Моя команда, також я з боротьби з сумом готувалися і дуже старалися.
It's a big honor and pleasure to represent our beautiful independent country here. And our team, sumo team, trained a lot to be here.
І віддали всі сили вчора, і сьогодні у нас другий день змагання, і я вірю, я знаю, що наша команда найкраща, а ми сьогодні ще будемо на п'єдесталі.
So we did our best yesterday and we will do our best today. And I'm sure that we will win a lot today as well.
Це для мене вже 5-ті ігри, я дуже довго в спорті, тому мені дуже приємно, що на ці ігри я теж відібралася та представляю свою чудову країну.
For me, is it the 5th games in my history of competitions on World Games, and it's a big pleasure for me to be here.
Я дуже люблю, поважаю своїх суперниць своїй вагі, боролася з ними з задоволенням і віддала всі свої сили, те, що я могла. Звичайно, я хотіла привезти додому нагороду, але є як є. Вдячна місту Бірмінгем, там ми були, нам дуже сподобалося, змагання на чудовому рівні. У нас дуже гарне місце розташування, як справжнє американське містечко, там, де гарна галявина, там, де ми живемо, тренуємось, їмо, можна полежати на стелиці, почитати книгу, потренуватися, поспілкуватися. Дуже приємна така американська атмосфера. Тому дуже вдячна.
I would like to say that I competed with all my forces yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't take any medal, but it was a real pleasure to be here in this place. We have great, like a village for athletes. It's a big pleasure to be here and very nice place. We can spare time and we can read books, we can lay on the grass and we like it very much.
І ще хочу подякувати дуже американській аудиторії. Дуже підтримували наш зал, сумо, навіть коли я стала 4-ю, програла за 3-це місце, то мені дуже підтримували люди і казали, що я сильна. Я і так сильна, я це знаю, для себе я чемпіонка є, але ця вдячність і підтримка дуже підтримувала, і людям дуже цікаво. І це дуже приємно, що люди, які тебе зовсім не знають, підтримують Україну, спортсменів. І
I'm very grateful to spectators. They supported us very much, and it's a big pleasure for us that we can feel this support from people that we don't know, but it's a very big pleasure for us.
Це дуже підбадьорувало, тому дякую вам, Бірмінгем.
It's a big encouragement for us, and we're thankful to Birmingham. Thank you.
Доброго дня. Я Лариса Соловйова.
Good morning, Larisa Solovйова, powerlifting team.
Це мої 5-ті всесвітні ігри.
For me, it is also 5th World Games.
Мені вдалося вибороти бронзу на цих змаганнях.
So I succeeded to have a bronze medal at these World Games.
Дякую.
Thank you.
Хочу зразу вам сказати, я дуже вдячна американським людям і всьому світу, що ви підтримуєте нас у ці важкі часи. Це дуже-дуже для нас важливо.
I just want to say that we are very grateful to American people and to people of the world for the support in such tough time.
Насправді наші люди я дуже пишаюся тим, що я українка, що я є українкою. І наші люди просто неймовірні. Стільки сили духу і стільки, я навіть не можу сказати, наскільки ми сильні.
I'm very proud that I'm Ukrainian and I can express with my words how tough are Ukrainians, how much strength they have.
Коли розпочалася війна в нашій країні, коли ти зранку просипаєшся о 5 ранку і бачиш перед своїм вікном, як пролетають істребітелі.
You can continue. Можна продовжити.
Да? Закінчити думку. Справді це як якесь жахливе кіно. Бачите, в мене навіть руки тремтять. Зовсім не вірилось, що все це почалося.
When the war started and when everything began in February, I can express how I feel when you see in your window the rockets and the planes fly, and it's unbelievable. It's like a horror movie.
Я думаю, що це зовсім кожного українця торкнулося. Кожного українця торкнулася ця війна. Ми з першого дня з донькою спустилися в підвал, бо це неможливо було слухати ці взриви, це все бачити. Ми 10 днів просиділи у підвалі, у бомбосховищі і вимушені були виїхати з міста Києва.
You know, every Ukrainian was involved in this war, was touched by the war. About me personally, I forced to be in a shelter, underground shelter, and I spent there 10 days because of bombing. And then I went from my home, and I forced to flee.
Навіть на той момент я навіть не уявляла, що мені вдасться провести цю підготовку до змагань. І чесно, я дуже пишаюся нашою країною, нашим спортивним комітетом, що ви нас дуже підтримали у ці важкі часи. І дуже весь світ нас підтримав. Нам вдалося виїхати на ці змагання і зробити майже все, що ми змогли.
At that moment, when the war began, I didn't believe that we will be able to train normally, and I'm very thankful to our Ukrainian sports committee, Ukrainian organizers that they could organize training process, and we trained, we prepared, and did almost everything that we planned here.
Завдяки вашій підтримці ми переможемо цю війну, ми переможемо це зло. Я сподіваюся, що ми... Слава Україні!
Thanks to your support, we will win, I'm sure. Glory to Ukraine.
Доброго дня, мене звати Анатолій. Я вперше на змаганнях такого рівня. Мені дуже приємно тут знаходитись.
Hello, my name is Anatoly, I'm sumo, and it is my first big competition, and a big pleasure to be here.
Дуже переповнюють емоції. Хочу сказати велике дякую всім, хто заклав зусилля, щоб ми сюди потрапили. Хочу сказати велике дякую Сполученим Штатам Америки, які прийняли весь світ на ці змагання. Дуже тепло.
I'm grateful for organizers that we came here, and also I'm grateful for American people for hosting us as to hosting every athlete here.
Посів я 5-те місце. Думаю, якщо б була краща підготовка, всій нашій команді українській можна було б виступити набагато краще і зайняти кращі місця.
So yesterday I had fifth place, no medal unfortunately, but I think if we had more opportunity to train, better opportunity to train, maybe my result will be better.
Хочу дуже подякувати ще раз Сполученим Штатам Америки та всьому світові, які не дають нашому агресору Російській Федерації знищити нашу націю та окупувати всю нашу територію. Дуже дякую.
And one more time, I'm grateful to American people, to US that support us. They not to destroy Ukraine and not to destroy Ukrainian people. And thank you one more time.
Very quickly, all of you have mentioned the invasion and the war in Ukraine, but I think folks here in the United States would be interesting. What is life like back home right now? Can you give us some perspective on just what everyday life is like in Ukraine right now?
Може, хто хоче відповісти, як ви думаєте при поверненні додому, як ви будете тренуватися, жити, як життя ваше змінилося і як ви плануєте далі тренуватися і чи це буде в Україні?
Regarding how life is now, in Ukraine, I will shortly tell you. My wife and my son are in Ukraine, and there is a suitcase with the documents and all the most important things, clothes, and they are ready to move out any moment. This is what life is. I know maybe you are tired from the news, from all this negative information about the war, about this disaster that is going on in Ukraine, but this is our life and we hope this will end as soon as possible. And it still goes on. Every day hundreds of people are dying. This is horrible, but this is how it is. It's much more worse than, I don't know, any Netflix movie you can see, you can watch. So this is how it is.
Життя йде, і я повернусь додому до своєї сім'ї, місто Рівно, і будемо тренуватися і займатися по можливості, як є, на той час, коли ми приїдемо додому, будемо сподіватися на краще, і я впевнена, що буде краще.
So the life continues and I plan to be back in Rivne. I'm internally displaced from my hometown. And I plan to train and to prepare the competitions and live as before.
Будемо тренуватися, їздити на збори, на змагання і представляти нашу чудову країну і перемагати.
So I plan to participate in training camps and to participate in competitions to represent our beautiful country.
For me, as I told you, I'm not living in the region what is close to European Union. So my region is on the Black Sea, and 80 kilometers from my city is Nikolaev. Nikolaev, it's really a hot zone, really a hot zone. And I don't know, honestly, what is my future life. And so hard to plan something, you know? When somebody is asking me like, what are you going to do? I don't know, guys. Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Are your family safe? No, my family is not safe. My mom and my small sister, she is even not 2 years old. They are living in the Ukrainian territory, but it's so close to Moldavia. And they are staying there, I guess, almost from the start of the war. Sometimes she's coming, get some clothes, and go back. My husband, of course, now it was a, I don't know, huge God present that he is here with me. Thanks Minister of Sport and all Ukraine and everybody who was helping in it. But he couldn't cross the border line, and of course he will stay in Odessa, in my city, and the only thing what we could do if something happened is just to change the position, I mean to change the city, and to leave everything what I had there. Because in my life, nothing could be like I'm staying on the territory which occupies this Russian evil. So I will leave everything and just run away. I don't want to be there. About trainings, also hard question. So now I'm having a little plan, have some charity projects in another foreign countries, and you know, step by step. Every day some chance, I'm trying to use it. So here, I'm so thankful that I used this chance. It was my first games in my career. So happy to be here to get this medal. What is comes tomorrow, I don't know. Hope to survive.
Thank you.
Перше, коли повернуся додому, обійму свою сім'ю, свого сина, дружину, батьків. Скажу дякувати Богу, що всі живі, а далі вперед до перемог.
So returning home, firstly, I will hug my family, my son, my wife, and thanks God I will come back home, and then again to the victory.
Did anyone in the crowd would like a question? Jeff, can you get the mic from here so that Pat can ask the question, then we'll return it to the table?
So thank you so much for being here. You may not know that we have a sister city in Birmingham of Ukraine, and it's Venetia. You'll help me with that, won't you? But that's our sister city. It's been our sister city for almost 20 years. And are any of y'all from that area?
Запитую, чи є хтось із міста побратима Вінниці в нашій команді? Скажіть, будь ласка. We have one.
One more question. So I think for all of us in Birmingham, because we have this connection with the sister city, I think that, like Nick mentioned earlier, Mr. Sellers did, is when y'all walked in, everyone's standing up and giving you a standing ovation. What was that like for you?
Можливо, хтось поділиться враженнями від церемонії відкриття, коли нас вітали на стадіоні і всі встали. Можливо, наскільки ви це відчули? Хто готовий сказати?
У нас є хлопчик з команди Важа Даяурі, 115 кілограм, він став вчора чемпіоном і він з Вінниці. Його тато Важа Важаєвич був суддя у нас.
Alina says that one of the sumo wrestlers, one of the representative of sumo team is from Vinnytsia. He won a gold medal yesterday. And his father also a referee, a judge in sumo, and he was also present here, yeah? Він також тут на змаганнях.
Він судив змагання.
Yeah.
Відкриття змагань дуже пройшло чудово. В мене одна емоція – це дуже велика підтримка. Нелегкий для нас час, що весь світ, він за нас, він нас підтримує, і він і світ мир во всьому мірі. Тому дуже така одна емоція – це підтримка і те, що світ, він з нами і підтримує нас, нашу країну, Україну.
And a couple of words about the opening ceremony. We feel your support, and we feel that all the world supports Ukraine. And it's one emotion, only one emotion that we have. This big support, and we feel it every time, every minute. So, thank you.
Is there any other questions?
Hello, welcome to Birmingham. Do you feel that Russia's invasion of your country, do you feel that they thought it would be over by now, that Russia would overtake Ukraine? But is that a point to how tough and resilient Ukrainian people are, to the same point that you are here competing today?
Як ви відчуваєте з приводу вторгнення Росії, наскільки там довго це триватиме і наскільки стійким є український народ? Можливо, ваші виступи, вони яким чином там допомагають, впливають? От як ви відчуваєте?
On the beginning of Russian invasion, like, I understood that this is one more attempt of Russian Federation to take one more hostage. Russian Federation contains like more than 30 nations that actually almost lost their identity, because most of them identify themselves as Russians. But like back in the days, they were different nations with their own culture, with their own history, traditions, and mentality. But after hundreds of years being a part of Soviet Union and now being a part of Russian Federation, they forgot their history. Just small groups. Now they feel themselves like minorities that cannot protect themselves. And that's what was attempt to do with Ukraine. But luckily we have the attention and support from the whole world, and we will not let this happen. Of course, on the first days it was very scary because we didn't know what will happen next day. But we had no doubts that we can stand against and that we will win. And now we are sure we will win. And now we even see the way and how it will happen. Yes, it's a long way. I guess one more year we will fight, still fight, actively fight. But we will win, and after we will rebuild, and we will get even stronger than we were before. Thank you.